everybody, and today I'm bringing another bass review to you today for the basement. What I've got here today is a little bit of a treat. It's Edwards EAM 128QM, which basically means the QM part means quilted maple, and that talks about the finish for the top, because this is a quilted maple top finish and it has a maple neck, a maple fretboard rather. So that's what the QM part stands for. The AEM part means Amaze Edwards, EAM, Edwards Amaze. Now that is referring to a higher end ESP model called the Amaze, which you could get an older body one or a quilted maple one like this, which was the more expensive of the two. Now the Amaze is a very expensive bass. It retails at around $4,000 or something. But Edwards is ESP's middle of the road range, so they're affordable but professional grade instruments. This one is their version of the Amaze, but for the middle of the road brand, Edwards brand. So the main difference is basically the pickups are not the custom shop pickups that you would get in the Amaze, the high-end one. These are Seymour Duncan pickups. As we have the SJB range. You've got a neck pickup and a bridge pickup, SJB1 range from Seymour Duncan. Yeah, decent response, fairly punchy, it's relatively bright and accurate. Circuitry wise it's a little bit different. You don't have the cinnamon preamp that you get in the ESP Amaze. In this one I'm not sure what the preamp is in this one, but unlike the Amaze, you can't bypass the preamp. It's permanently on. It's an active bass. You have a battery compartment on the back. If you take the battery out, the bass does not work. Sound won't come out. So it's constantly activated. And unlike the Amaze in the ESP high-end range, there is no push or pull pot to cut the preamp off. So no active or passive mode. It's just active all the time. So that's that. Hardware-wise, though, I mean, it's not a far cry. The bridge and tuning heads are basically the same as what you get on the high-end Amaze as well. They're high-end GOTOH. What are they? GW11s, these tuning heads. And the bridge is a very good bridge. It's a very nice bridge indeed. So they're not scrimping on the hardware here at all. And the materials too, they're not really scrimping on the materials either, because what you got here is a solid ash body with actually I lie, it's not solid. This is the thing, this has a series of cavities inside, partially designed to make it a little bit lighter and also for tone as well. It's quite a unique ESP thing to do. And then on top of their cavitied ash body, they have put on this lovely quilted maple top. And this one, as you can see, it's all stained in blue. So it's very elegant to look at. And the headstock is matching, of course. That's also a quilted maple laminate on the headstock, which is rather nice indeed. So they certainly haven't scrimped there on the materials. The neck is solid maple, and the fretboard is also hard maple, and it's completely radius, so that there's no join or trim that you can feel, or you can barely see where the fretboard has been glued to the neck. So it's comfortable, very comfortable to hold and to play. So string spacing wise, we got 18 millimeters at the bridge on this one. And right now I've got the tone set. I've got the tone set just in the middle. Everything is dialed into the middle right now. So we'll just see what kind of response we get from it. Let's just play the open E and see how long that will sustain for. It's still going. Alright, now let's try that on a G. Okay, so you can see that the sustain on a fretted note is considerably shorter than on an open note. Of course, naturally, it is on any instrument. But anyway, pretty good. And let's just have a look at tone in the different parts of the neck. So up high, the response midway, and then low down on the neck. Alright, let's hear the same phrase, and let's play that with just the rear pickup. So I'll dial the rear pickup. Alright, now I'll boost the bass for that. Alright, and let me just cut the treble. Alright, now let's try just set in the middle, both pickups dialed, balanced, and boost the bass a bit. Just see how it sounds for some slap playing. Okay, so nice, pretty punchy sound. Yeah. So it's got good response all the way up the neck, essentially. And let's just play that flat. So I find without boosting the bass, it sounds a little bit thin, in my opinion. But when you boost the bass, that's half boosted, this is full. It's great, right? That sounds really good. So pretty good response all round. Playability wise, it's very the neck feels very flat. It feels just the same as the Amaze, actually, neck wise. But tone wise it's definitely different. So what you're getting here essentially, I think, is a really good, very well built instrument. Tonally it's not as good as its cousin, the Amaze, but it doesn't have the cinnamon preamp and it doesn't have the custom shop pickups. Apart from that though, it's pretty close. I mean, you know, for value for money, it's definitely a good buy. I'm not too keen on the... I don't know why, it doesn't feel quite as comfortable to me as other basses. I guess it's just what I'm used to. Like string spacing and pickup placement for me feels a little bit alien to me, but I'm sure after a couple of hours of playing this I would get very used to it and be comfortable on it. So anyway, there you go. That is the ESP-Edwards EAM 128 QM. Mouthful, isn't it? Complicated name, but anyway. So let's summarize it. Great construction, very good construction indeed. Solid one-piece maple neck with a hard maple fretboard, 21 frets. You've got black acrylic dot inlays on that, both on the side and on the top. Body solid ash with a quilted maple top. Lovely. It's great. And it is a one-piece ash body. It's not two-piece, it's one piece. And then you've got matching headstock as well with quilted maple laminate on top of that. Tuning heads are high-end GOTOH. They are the high-end GOTOH heads. The GW11s, and the bridge as well is high-end GOTOH. So they're not scrimping on the hardware, like I said before. Hardware and materials very good. Pickups, yeah, not bad at all. The Seymour Duncans SJB1s, decent response. A little bit bright for my liking, but then again, you know, you can compensate for that with your bass boost here. So I think essentially what you got here is a very good bass for the money. Yeah, I think I've covered everything there. Again, the trend here in Japan now is to have this clear acetate scratch plate which shows the grain through, which is an interesting idea. Personally, I prefer different color scratch plates. I think it looks more stylish, but yeah, this is the trend over here now. Bacchus is doing the same as well. Yeah, it's good. It's a good scratch plate. I think this one is 2mm scratch plate or something. It's not quite as thick as the Bacchus ones, but it does the job and it looks elegant. So yeah, I'm gonna give this bass, I think, I don't know, maybe 8.5 out of 10. Materials are great. Construction is good. But I'm not quite convinced by the circuitry. It's okay, does its job, and you can get a decent sound out of it, and it's comprehensive enough. So, but not my ideal instrument. For example, I much prefer the Bacchus JB, for a standard JB5 there. For me, that has more has more of what I want in a bass personally. But that's just my personal opinion. So you may really like this bass. This particular one is new. It just came in yesterday, and I've put it up on eBay, and it's up on my website as well. And I'm doing this one for 1,100 shipped, and it comes with its tools, its warranty, boxed with its gig bag as well, ESP gig bag. Okay, if you have any questions about this bass, let me know. You can visit my store direct by following the link or visiting my website. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me through my website or direct here on YouTube. Alright.